guys, welcome back to my channel and Merry Christmas! I know I'm finally here, so I'm taking a few days off from my internship. I actually went traveling to Cáceres and Mérida in the past few days because all my classes of the first semester ended last Friday. So I just figured I could really use a few days off and relax a little bit because as you guys can see, I barely upload videos now. I literally have no time. Anyway, so I figured since my first semester in the Spanish university is finally over, I could share with you guys what my experience is like and how I feel about my Spanish. To start with, I think most of my professors are very inspiring. Almost all of them have the same opinion that you should read more and you should think more, which is the more sustainable way of studying and acquiring new knowledge, because the professors can only teach you this much, but reading a good book is like taking a master class, and it's really this large amount of input of reading that would transform into some output of your own. So for any one of you guys in front of my video, I would definitely encourage you guys to do the same, that is to read more and to think more. So for the first few classes, the professors would ask each one of us to give a short self-introduction. I remember that one professor even included a question of telling him what you are reading currently. So every time I sit in the class, I just feel this urge to read more. And secondly, I think 80% of the times I understand what the professors are saying, which already satisfies me. But the real problem isn't the professors, it's the classmates. I barely understand what my classmates are saying in class, honestly. For example, there's this really smart Spanish girl sitting in the back. She likes to share her opinion a lot. She likes to ask questions. If I could just get the gist of what she's saying, I would be very proud of myself already. So the main reason why I could understand the professors so well but not my classmates is because when the professors talk, their job responsibility is to get the message conveyed, is to make sure the students understand what you are saying. I mean, some of my professors even came to me during the break asking me if I understood what they were talking about, if I needed any help. But the truth is, I don't have that much problem understanding them, because when they talk, they tend to pace, tend to use more formal language to make sure the students understand what they're saying. But then when your classmates talk, I mean, they have zero responsibility to make sure that everybody in class, especially the foreign students in class, understand what he or she is saying. So when they talk, they either have accent, or they talk ridiculously fast, or they use tons of colloquial expressions, slangs. I mean, I feel like I even understand more when my Brazilian friend talks with her Brazilian friend in Portuguese than what my Spanish classmates were saying in class. So my advice is that it doesn't matter if you've passed your Dele C1 or C2 or B2, you should always be improving your Spanish. Because I feel like ever since I passed my Dele C1 exam, like I slacked off a little bit. Because I feel like, oh, I'm sort of in a safe box. Well, not as safe as the Spanish National Bank, but kind of on the same level of the safety box in the hotel room, and I didn't watch as many Spanish shows or Spanish programs as before. But guys, passing any level of Dele exam is just a start. It's just the beginning that guarantees that you're on the starting line. It doesn't guarantee that you would get to the end. And secondly, may I emphasize the importance of writing if you want to study in the Spanish school, because there were just like tons of stuff to write. I remember there were 3 crazy weeks where I have to finish a 15-page research paper in Spanish in a week, and then in the second week I have dues or presentations every single day of the week. I mean, that's like the hell of life. I'm kind of ashamed to admit that I did use Google Translate or DeepL to help me with my writing. I just don't have that level of vocabulary to convey an idea. If you don't read enough in Spanish, there is no way that you could write a Spanish paper all by yourself fast enough to survive. So that's my second advice for you guys. If you can, try to improve your writing before you attend school here. And now let's talk about speaking. So I don't really want to admit in front of the camera that I think my Spanish has gotten worse ever since I went to the university. Thing is, sometimes I feel like if I want to communicate with other people, I really couldn't bother to make sure the grammar is correct in every single one of my sentences. But I think honestly, the first step is really to open your mouth. And I think for all the one-on-one conversation, I'm fine. Like if I talk with one of my classmates, but when a group of them all talking together, there is just no way that I could chip in. Even if I want to say something, if you want to chip in a conversation of a group of Spanish people, it's like crossing an 8-lane highway with no traffic lights. So there's just no way that you could chip in. But I think most of my classmates are patient enough to listen to me. You know, sometimes I just feel this pressure to get all the conjugations right, to use the right verbs, the right sentences. But anyway, no matter how good or bad your Spanish is, I think that you should try to express yourself as much as possible. Even if you make mistakes, just never stop trying. Another thing that I did to practice my speaking is so as I said before, my school is really far away, so every day after school I need to take this bus to the city center, and there are a few of my classmates who take the same bus. So on our little trip to the city center, I would try as much as I can to engage my classmate in the conversation. So yeah, I think anyway, so this is all that occurs to me at this moment. Merry Christmas if I'm not able to make another video before the new year. Also, Happy New Year, and I will see you guys around. Ciao!